Alexa, turn on bed 2 boy.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on bed 2 girl.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on main light. Okay. Whoops. I just can't get enough. Just can't seem to get enough. Okay. Ooh. You'll have it all, mine, get it straight. Evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? Thursday evening, and guess what? We've only got a cover by one of my subscribers. The subscribers to the channel is not mine. It looks like he's playing the piano. Wow. Well done, sir. Hope this doesn't break the illusion too much, everyone. Well, you've been keeping that one a little secret. Well, I don't suppose you have, because for you lot, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll see you back for some more videos. Okay, Coke. Das ist first. Okay. I'll leave him a little comment, shall I? Nice one. Evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. Oh, that's my phone going. I thought I'd turn that off. I have. Oh, it's the iPad. It's the iPad making noises. Evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? Thursday evening, and I've got a brand new artist, Bruno Mars, that was as well. So, crack into. Oh! It's had 16 million likes as well. So I've not got any lyrics up. I don't know whether I need them, but I can always get them up and have a pause. Here we go. And they're gone. They're still messing about. Wow! Loved it. It was put in the comments what the song was all about, and I couldn't remember, so I've just quickly looked it up. Then it was about a drinking game. It says the word in Korean translated to, you correct me, Don't be alarmed by the GoPro in the corner. I'm just filming a behind the scenes, so you can check that out later if you're interested when I get hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll see you back for some more videos. Okie dokie, piggity pokey. So, Blackpink, me rattling to myself. I do this generally, it's not just for that camera, by the way. So what have we got going on here? 1 billion views. Itchy eyeball. 17 million likes. Righty. So who was it that said, shame you didn't do Pink Venom? That was Renee. Renee's rants about Renee. Okay, I'll give you the mention, Renee. Where I'm at, where is it? Is it that one there? It is. Evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? It is a Thursday evening. The rain has just finished bucketing down outside. We needed it. Now we are back in with another new artist here. You'll have seen from the thumb, it's Blackpink. I was quite, you want to guess how many views this has had? No. 1 billion. Cracking too. Pacha. It's going to be stuck in my head all day. Okay, here we go. Oh! More beautiful girls. Hey! She's got a Man United branded top on. Woo-hoo-hoo! Go on, girl. Sorry about all the pausing. You can watch it individually if you want. I'll link the video, but what a great location, set of locations they've got going on here. We haven't got chapters. We'll go back. Ra-ta-ta-ta! Hey! Ra-ta-ta-ta! Ra-ta-ta-ta! Bring the pain! Well... and people that come in and the subs of this channel that also watch the channels that I watch live will confirm that, Ali. Anyway, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Millions of locations. There will definitely be more to come. Why don't you hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll see you back for some more videos. Wow. Oh, he's taking his basketball somewhere else now. Right, that's the end of that process. Yeah, I am talking directly to you now. I wouldn't generally talk to the camera now, but yeah, that's the reactions done. So now what I'll do is I'll just basically edit them. I will leave the camera running while I'm doing that. You won't get all of it as well because it normally takes me about 2 or 3 hours, including the shorts as well, and me nipping out and doing things, getting drinks, dealing with cats and all the rest of it. But I'll leave it running. Yeah, as you'll see, I'm in a different t-shirt here. It's because when I was doing the editing of me editing yesterday, it wasn't great footage. You couldn't really see what I was doing. It seemed a bit pointless me putting that out. So most of the footage that you'll be seeing or have just seen will be from yesterday's reactions, but this edit will be from today's reactions. It certainly won't be the Dimash one because that just nearly ripped my heart out there. I was so upset watching that, and that wasn't fake, by the way, if you watch that one back. I've just had to compose myself here. So some will be from yesterday's reactions and this bit will be from today's reactions because you couldn't really see what I was doing and I was going, so this is what I do now, this is what I do now. It was just a big glaring screen, you couldn't really see it, so hopefully you'll be able to see that now. I've turned it properly and understand how I'll be able to get you to see it without it being very glary. So I'll just show you how I edit one video, and that's the process for all of them, as I've probably already said in yesterday's bit. This will be some manic mad editing going on with this video. Anyway, it's behind the scenes, like I said. It doesn't really matter if you're watching or you're not watching. Right, so I'll have the camera away first of all. And as I was saying yesterday, I'm not going to narrate, but then I ended up narrating. So we can exit. Of course, as soon as I started recording, the battery went, so I've just put a new battery in. So I'll try and bring this forward. Hopefully it looks like I can see everything on there. The glare's not as bad because it's not quite as sunny today. So from OBS, the videos are in, that's where I've recorded from. So what I'll go and do is find my videos now. They're in here. Those are yesterday's, so I can get rid of yesterday's videos so we don't clog up all of the memory. And we go into my editing software, which is just the editing software from the actual computer. I've not bought any editing software. Maybe that's something that I might do now the channel's growing a little bit, just to enhance the editing or make the editing easier or whatever. So create a new movie, and then take your videos. So I'll just take the first one that I did, which I think today was waterfalls. I'm a bit confused as to why I've got, I don't know why there's 4. So yeah, there's the first video I think, which was a Glastonbury today, a classic old track from TLC. So first of all, I need to put my end screen in. So I need to pick an end screen. I'm going to make some new end screens actually. I'm going to work with AI and make some new end screens as we hit 10k now. And then we want some transitions. So I have a spin out at the end, not the very end, at the end of the actual video, and then a spin in at the start, and then normally a puzzle right. That's what we go with, a puzzle right. Put that in there and then just build this up so it fits the screen. And I have that for about 17 seconds normally. 17 seconds, about there, that's fine. Save it. So this is TLC. Oh, TLS I put. Were waterfalls. And then what I want is my little bit that goes at the very end of the video, the blurb at the end, which is saying you can also subscribe to SDW77. So I'll just take that from yesterday's video, copy that, back into today's video. Come on, fella. There we go. And then just clip that at the end there, paste that in, edit, paste. And that's that little bit that comes up at the end there, that's SDW77. Also, you can watch as well. That was me singing, look, before I started. Down shelter. It's because I also did Mission Souls, Roxette. So just get to the point where we're starting there we go, and I can get rid of that bit there. So the first bit I do is, you should be able to now see all these gaps. There's like big gaps is where I've paused, or I've taken a breath, or I've messed it up and had to redo the bit. So I'll get rid of that. That's the first part of the editing. It's almost 3 layers of editing that I do. So I'll get rid of that. I'm not going to show you all 3, obviously. I'll just do 1 for you. That, and then that. Just so close all these down. That's me just blowing some hair off my keyboard there. So get all the small gaps, and the reason I do that is because if you lay it out to the full length of what I do, then these gaps get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's harder to work out which bits you're keeping. So I just do a shortened version of the edit first, and this is, I found, is the quickest way for me to get through doing the editing. And then I can just immediately get to the bits that I need to shorten. I don't have anything on while I'm doing this because it's distracting. Crack into it, there we go, there's the crack into it. So I split the crack into it and just give it a few seconds, and then I do a swap transition for that, and I'll alter that so it swaps over 2 seconds, and then go back to the very start, and then go to a more closed in view of the track itself, and then shorten off even further the little bits, which is what I'll do now. Click on the one I'm on so I know where I'm at. So literally just drawing them in cut out all the nonsense, because I find my breaths are quite distracting. Not my breasts, my breaths are quite distracting. What I also noticed yesterday is I don't sit up straight, so I need to sit up straight while I'm doing this. I'm very hunched, so look at me sitting up straight now. So yeah, just close these all off, these little gaps. Oops. It also shortens the video, makes it nice and short, so there's no faffing involved. You know, I like a faff. There might be some faffy bits within this actual intro that I'm doing, and then, I mean, it might be that bit that's a faff, and I can just delete that rather than having to work it out on the fly. There's a bit of a gap that I didn't notice, so we can add that one in there, just drag it in. and there's my crack into it. And that's a bit long, so I'll just drag that into about there. And then we have that as, we crop to fill that one so that it comes in onto me a bit, so about there. And just bring it into le centre, there we go. And then ultimately, oh no, we need to now find the start of the track. So this bit will be me just getting ready to do the track. So let me just find the start of where this music comes in. So it's about there. So I can get rid of that bit. And that joins that up to there. And that's the start of the video. So, and then I always increase the volume of the actual track as well. I normally put it about 158 or 178 from 100% volume, because it always seems quite quiet on YouTube when it gets loaded in, so I increase the volume. I don't generally increase the volume of my intros, myself speaking, because it's normally all right, and my mic's quite loud as well. But if I need to, if I can see these yellow peaks, I know it's loud enough on the actual edit. And then I just go back and listen to what I've said and make sure it sounds all right.
Evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? Friday evening, and I was just going through the Tinternet YouTube looking for some classic old tracks to maybe do a little sing-song to on the live stream tomorrow night, something, and I thought about waterfalls, and as I clicked it in...
That doesn't make any sense, hang on.
A little sing-song too on the live stream tomorrow night.
Live stream tomorrow night, so we'll cut that off there because I don't know why I said and something.
Tomorrow night, and I thought about waterfalls, and as I clicked it in on this track popped up. And as I clicked it in on this.
And as I clicked it in, we don't need that on.
This track, this.
And I did that twice.
As I clicked it in, this track popped up, and I thought, I cannot resist this yet. I know the song, but this is back from Glastonbury in 2022. It's Waterfalls, it's TLC. Classic track, absolutely love this song. The video itself had 2.2 million views, and I can't wait to see them live on stage with a live band, obviously, singing this one. Cracking too.
So that's still a bit long for me, so I'm going to just shorten that off a little bit.
Live band, obviously, singing this one. Cracking too.
So then we'll go to this one. That's still quite long. Why is it so long? We'll have it there anyway. And then what I need to do then is I need to add the music that goes along with that. I have the music playing underneath that. So it's always the same. I sometimes switch the music every now and then. There's the actual behind the scenes video that I started editing yesterday. You can, I don't know whether you can see that there was so much glare on the screen. So I want the music intro, which I normally have running alongside. So again, I'll just copy it from one of the videos that I've done yesterday or the day before. Copy that. And then back to the start of the video, shorten it off so that I can see how far it's going. That's the magnifying, so you can magnify it so it's massive, so you can see every single peak, or you can make it very, very small. And then edit that music in there, paste that in, and it's going over into the song, so I need to drag that back into there and just fade it out to get to there. Just quickly check it's at the right level.
Evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? Friday evening, and I was just going through the Tinternet YouTube looking for some classic old tracks to maybe do a little sing-song to on the live stream tomorrow night. And I thought about waterfalls, and as I clicked it in, this track popped up, and I thought, I cannot resist this yet. I know the song, but this is back from Glastonbury in 2022. It's Waterfalls, it's TLC. Classic track, absolutely love this song. The video itself had 2.2 million views, and I can't wait to see them live on stage with a live band, obviously, singing this one. Cracking too.
Okay.
Okay, literally not heard this song for years. Glastonbury, the place to be. I went there 2 years in a row. 1 year it was absolutely muddy as anything, and we were covered, and it was miserable, and we loved it. Second year it was...
So that needs a break there because there's a big breath there. Look, see that? So that's now going to cut the music a bit longer than it should, so I'm going to get rid of that the breath because it sounds ridiculous.
We loved it. Second year it was burning hot, and we absolutely loved that too.
So just a slight shorten of the music to just bring that to the edge of that. And then we can shorten that off, and then all I do from there is find in a shortened, a less magnified image of where I paused. So that's just the end. I definitely paused a couple of times. I remember pausing. There's a pause there. So the only reason I'm looking for the pauses is because I might need to turn my mic up, because I always turn my mic down for the reaction. So when I speak into it, it's quite quiet. So I'll just increase my mic level there, and I'll actually increase the level of them singing to 178 or 150. I'm going to go to 178 because I just fancy it. Just make sure that bit sounds all right.
You see that she knew every word of that. She was blasting that out on the shoulders there.
She was as well. I sometimes forget to edit the pauses, and then it's me going and trying to say things twice. I did that on a Gabriel Enrique video the other day. I forgot to edit the middle pause. No, that must have been it. So there we go, that's the end there. So cut that off, and for the end we do a mosaic, and it's a 4-second duration switch between the transitions between the screens there. And then we need to put in the subscribe, green screen subscribe, so that goes at the start there. Need to take the volume off, otherwise you've got the volume. So volume down, green blue screen, and I don't want it at 9.9 seconds, I want it shorter than that. So I normally have it about 8:05. And then the same thing again is just take out the small gaps. Oh no, you know what? My mic was quite quiet, so edit, undo that split. So I'll just increase my, because my mic was quite quiet, I forgot to turn it back up again. Sit up straight, I need to keep reminding myself to sit up straight. Yeah, I was disgusted with when I was watching that edit back yesterday. I was so hunched in my seat. No wonder I've got a big hunched back. Sit up straight. Yeah, so take all the small gaps out. I also did the SDW77 video yesterday, and I put that in while I was editing that. I'm sitting in my car like that, all hunched over, and going, I need to sit up straight. Even when I was out walking today, I was going, right, stand up straight while you're walking, you big hunchback. Quasimodo here. That's an offence to Quasimodo. He wasn't even as hunchback as I am. It's because I'm so tall. It's because I'm 9'11". That's why. Yeah. So all the way to the end of where I can see my end screen coming in there. And you can probably see Harry on the window. I don't know whether you can see Harry on the window. Can you see him? He always sits there when I'm doing these reactions. And then just snip the end.
Some more videos.
And I know I just take it to about there, and that gives me the right amount to spin out to. And then I come back to the start. I know where I'm coming to because it's where the subscribe thing comes in. So just shorten that off, and then literally just get then. See these flat lines here? I hope you can see, you should be able to. I'll zoom into the screen if you can't. These little flat lines here, that's just gaps, there's nothing there, that's just dead air. So I don't want dead air, I just want it to flow nice and quickly. And it does then look like I never take a breath when I'm talking. But I go like this. Bosh. 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 And you can listen to me talking backwards. Backwards. So this is what I would call the second level of editing, is getting rid of these gaps. Finally, putting them right up to where the vocal starts, each bit of speech. And I can also look in the middle. See, that looks like a little bit of a gap there, but I'm not so bothered about that. There's one there, look, so I can just cut that off, and just, even that makes a difference if you've got your marker in the right place. Edit, undo, split. And I sometimes have this clicking noise that comes out of my mouth before I do a sentence. I hate the sound of that as well, so I'll cut that out. So that's why I try not to faff when I'm doing the talking, intro and outro, because it's just more time consuming, more editing to do. I mean, it does make me laugh, some of the stuff, and some of it does stay in. I've said to you loads of times, the amount of time this video is actual. And when we started it was something like 10, 11 minutes here, we're already down to 9 minutes. I say anyway a lot as well. Anyway. my segue word. Quite a long outro for me, actually. I try not to make them too long because I don't really think people listen to the outros. Certainly the analytics say that people don't really listen, that, you know, people stop listening at the end of the reaction. So I'll sometimes think, what's the point of me doing these outros? But I know people do listen because they comment, they make a comment on what I've said in the outro. So I am satisfied that people are listening to the outro. So again, just listen to it, and then I would call this now the third layer of editing, because I'm going to listen back and remove anything that's nonsense.
Oh, what a start to the reactions on a Friday.
Too big a gap. That should just come straight in. So just pull that and just drag that right into there.
Oh, what a start to the...
It's still too big. It's still too long, that is.
Oh, what a start to the reactions on a Friday. Going out tonight as well with my nephew. He's going to show me how it's done, these youngsters. Let's see if they do it how I used to do it.
It's a miss there. Get rid of that bit. I just stumble over my words sometimes. And rather than keep it in, I just say it again.
First 2 times.
So I'm going to do a little close-up on that. We went on the fence. So there's a bit there that doesn't need to be put in. So I'm going to do a close-up on that. A little bit of fun in the vid, you know, just to make it a bit more interesting. To make me more interesting. Stand up straight.
We had to pay the first 2 times. We went under a fence. Don't think you can do that anymore. But yeah, I know it's not a song. Door next door if you want to find out more.
We'll have that a bit close up as well, shall we? That's me referring to my neighbour, who's also a YouTuber with the football.
Anyway, maybe I'll search back through. Maybe I'll search back. Maybe Friday.
See, 3 attempts at that sentence.
Anyway, maybe Friday evenings might be the time when I'll search back through for some old classics fiction. Anyway, if you know
there's loads of anyways.
From the reaction. Anyway, if you know of any from Glastonbury that might be absolute.
So yeah, quite a large amount of faffing and miswords, mis-sentences on that one. So I'm happy that that's how it should be. So then what I can now go and do is that's move. So just put that in. And I'm going to add the music in, the end music underneath that. Again, just taking it from one of the videos from yesterday. This one is Rosie, or Rosé. I've been informed she's called. Sit up straight. Fly. Go back to today's video. So that's water. Don't go chase the waterfalls. And then just slap it in. And then drag it to the length of the actual ending. That bit. So we drag it to there, and then we want to cut it off at the end, split that, delete that end bit, and then I want to find the bit where I'm saying I'll see back for more videos. Split that clip there and then increase the volume of the music to 100% with a fade in and oh, I've moved it, look, undo trim, and fade out at the end. It's very intuitive. You can just undo everything. If you use this software, you can just undo everything. It's very good to use. And then just listen to it.
Oh, what a start to the reactions on a Friday. Going out tonight as well with my nephew. He's going to show me how it's done, these youngsters. Let's see if I am a licence payer, of course. I've got my TV licence. I'm sure it won't be an issue. They can search me out if you want.
Listen to me laughing at myself.
And Dan's door next door if you want to find out more. Anyway, maybe Friday evenings might be the time when I'll search them. Anyway, if you know of any from Glastonbury that might be absolutely rocking for me to watch, smash them in the comments, put them in the Discord. Have a great Friday, everyone. Make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll see you back for some more videos.
And then obviously when I put it into YouTube, you'll get the thumbs come up. And that's that. So that's that video complete, other than TLC. So what I need to, I normally have their logo going across the top. So I haven't got a TLC logo video. So I then use ChatGPT to make my my taglines, but I think that'll be all right from the last one. But what I need to find is TLC's logo. So I'll just go on and I'll go into Tinternet, TLC logo. So I'll take that one, take that in Party, save it to my photos, and then from my photos, it'll appear there, and then I'll just transfer that to my iMac. Cancel tasks. Then that'll appear in there, and these are all my other ones. Look like Liliac, Epica, IU, and there's stacks more in my photos as well of all the bands that I've reacted to, and some pictures of the cats, like all of their logos, the ones I've made as well. So I can just quickly whip them in and out. So in here, I'm going to add TLC's logo. So just drag that across into here. Not enough disk space. Are you for sure? Right there somewhere. My hand's coming off the desk here. And then I need to fit it in and crop it so that it's a picture in. And that's what goes at the top. That's that little logo that appears at the top gradually, fades in and out. So I can just put that in the centre. That's what that yellow line is. And then just drag it out for the length of the reaction. Oops. Excuse me. Oh no, I've gone too... You've taken that too far. Right, about there, and then I have it in up, then I have the fade in and out at about 27 seconds normally. 27 seconds for it to fade in and out. So then that then appears at the top as we're going through. Start appearing here. There's a few people there. I don't actually listen to the whole reaction back again. You have to sing along. The light might have to go off as well. So then that appears there. So that is that done. And that's the finality of it. That's the final stages. And we're all ready. Like I said, those are all my other Hagan and Wing and Nanowar of Steel, Dolls Box, Tommy Johansson, Casey Chambers, Improver, Amira. All their logos. Some I've made myself. Amira's logo I made myself because she didn't have one. Approver I've made myself. He didn't have one. Euban from yesterday hasn't got a logo, so I've made one for him as well. I hope he liked it, by the way. And then that's that. So then all we do from there is we transfer that in, export it, the whole video, as a 4K video. They're all 4K. If you're not getting them in 4K, you need to change your settings because they all are in as 4K. Save that, then that will come onto the computer. And I think pretty much that is where we'll switch back to the video that I made yesterday, the behind the scenes video that I made yesterday, because I think the rest of it from there will be fine. You don't really need to see the screens. It's just me explaining how we go on and do the thumbnails and the shorts. Possibly the short might not have worked. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine from there. I think the rest will be fine. But I hope you enjoy the behind the scenes. Flick back to yesterday me. Again, this is just breaking all the illusions here. And I'll find black, pink, pink Venom on Tinternet. It would help if I could spell Venom. Pink Venom, and then I do images, so it'll give me the thumb from that actual video, which is this one here, YouTube. So I'll click on that, and then I save that little fella, save to photos, and this is how I do the thumb. So I go into this free form, and there's my one from yesterday, from Morissette. So I just delete all this stuff from yesterday. Delete. So delete that thumbnail. Add in the one I've just got, which is the Pink Venom one. Here, spread it out. That's what she said. I'm being very rude, but it's fine. This is X-rated. It's not. Official look. So then we'll put. So I'll add in at the top as well. So I'll add in their logo. Let me see how this one looks. I didn't use this one. Black, pink. That looks all right, doesn't it? So I'll have that there across the top. I normally put them. They're normally a square, so I would put it in over there. So if I was going to use the other one, I might use the other one another time. I would make that smaller and just put it in the corner like that, but I'm going to use that one because it goes well on the video. I could put it across the other side. Again, this is just more artistic sort of things, your own sort of idea of how artistic it looks. So the yellow line tells me it's in the centre of that video there, and then after the video is loaded, again I'll edit this part. You'll see edited from here because I want you to have all of these bits. What I'll add into here now is the tagline. So I'll look back at the tagline. I think it's what's next, wasn't it, or something? What's next then? So this is how I would do that. I would go into my ChatGPT image generator and I write the tagline, and I'll put it in. You have to put it in inverted commas so it knows what it's writing. Back onto capitals. What's next then? and then question mark, and we'll have an exclamation mark. And then I'll decide how I want that to look. Can we have this in bright pink, comma, and can we have it looking like it's coming off the screen as well, please? Full stop. This is for a YouTube thumbnail, full stop. The background will be removed, so make it transparent, full stop. And then I'll let it do its thing, and it will create that image for me. If I'm happy with that image, then I'll use it. If not, I'll ask it to go, no, I don't like that, can you do it again, please? So that's how I generate my taglines and some of the song titles. If the song title's not on the thumbnail either, I'll create the song title. I don't think it is, but I might use, I did a Pink Venom one last night. No, I didn't, that was the tagline. So what I'll also need to do for this one, because I don't think it's in the thumb that I've just made, I don't think the song title was there. If it is, and then it creates it, so what's next then? So what I do is I save that, and that'll get saved to my photos, and I go back into Freeform, and I'll take that and I'll add that in, photos, what's next then? And then try and get that in the corner there somewhere, make it a bit bigger. What's next then? I don't like to cover like the actual thumb, I try not to. Some of them are dead busy, so you can't get away with not covering what else is there. You want it to be big enough so people can see it. What's next then? Blackpink. So this hasn't got a song title, so I'll need to put in a song title. So I'll create the song title as well. Not that the fans of Blackpink won't know what the song title is, but people that don't know Blackpink will know that it's Pink Venom. So then I'll do the song title, again into ChatGPT, image generator, the song title. There's one of my cats in the litter trays, of course, always while I'm trying to do stuff like this. At least I'm not recording, that's when they tend to do it. And the song title was Pink Venom. I don't want it in capitals necessarily, so Pink Venom. Pink Venom. And then I don't want it in pink because I've already got the taglines in pink, so why don't we have this in a purple? Oops, and I'll talk this bit. In purple, please, full stop. And can we maybe have a pink snake wrapped around that song title, full stop. This is for a YouTube thumbnail, full stop. The background will be removed, so make it transparent, full stop. If you don't put those things in, if I don't tell it it's for a YouTube thumbnail, it'll come back with a question saying, what are you using this for? And if I don't say remove the background, then it's a full picture. It means I can't blend it into the thumbnail that I'm creating. So that's why I asked for the background to be removed and tell ChatGPT that it's for a YouTube thumbnail, so they know it needs to be presentable. So again, I just wait for that to go on, and this is the same process for all the videos. As I said, if some of them have already got the song title on, that saves me a bit of time. So Pink Venom, so that's what it's created. I quite like that, that works. So save that. I normally do take the first one. I very rarely ask it to change. I'll only ask it to change if the colours clash or if it's rubbish. And again, that's saved to my photo. So then I go into the Freeform and I'll add that image in, Pink Venom. And as you'll see, the background's removed, so it's not on that white background as the image was. You can see the image itself, it's like on a white background, but that gets removed. So then I can put Pink Venom in down here and it hides away. I'm not going to go over that official. I'll leave the official. I'll put it on top of the official, Pink Venom, and then it looks like it's trying to attack these girls as well. That's good. And then the last thing I do, if the video is uploaded, it's private, it's not blocked. So then what I do, I generally wait for the picture of the video to come in here, but it's not coming yet. So if I give it a click, it's still thinking about it. It's still deciding on the copyright here, even though it's told me I'm not getting any money for it. But what I do from this point is I go into my YouTube channel on my pad here. Get rid of that video, I don't need that. I'll go into manage video, so that video is now loaded and it's in here on my iPad. I will go into the actual video itself, and I'll just, generally if I just click through, I'll find, oh there we go into that one, find a good image of me that is me doing something daft. Either something that looks good. I don't want to put a, it seems because it's not in there, this should be the actual image of me. I prefer to be in 4K, but because it's not finished doing that video yet, as soon as you see the actual video come into there, because it's still blank, then you know that this becomes 4K, because it's not 4K at the moment, so the image of me gets a bit rubbish. But I'll generally find that image, so I'll come back to you when that's come up properly. Okay, so the image has now appeared in the little box. I know that the image I take of myself will be a better quality image. Not that I'm looking for me to be great, just so it's better resolution for the actual thumbnail. So I try and find a good bit of me. All of the pictures of me that I put on the thumb are from the actual reaction, not from some of the other channels that just put stock videos. I'm going whatever they do. So I try and find a good picture of me doing something daft in the actual video itself. I can normally just spin through and see a good bit like that. It's a good one. And me doing some crazy dance. There we go. So I like a nice smiling one of me, something like that. It is good to have in, so it shows that I'm enjoying it. It's not a greatest picture, it's a bit blurred, but it's fine. So then I shorten that down so it's just me in the image, and then that'll just bring me in. Done to that, save to my photos, and then I come back into the freeform, and that image will be in my photos. Pick me out of there, and then I do remove the background, so it's just me. My arm's gone, but that's okay, I don't mind that. And then I'll just make me a little bit bigger and shove me down into the corner. My arm's cut off there, so that works quite nicely. See, we could have pink venom down there, so it looks like it's biting my arm or something. Why don't we do that? That's good, I like that. So I'll need to be a bit bigger. Sorry ladies on the end, you're getting covered a little bit there, but I want to put the snake biting my arm. So the snake's biting my arm, that covers off my arm that's got cut out because I've removed the background. Now what I'm not sure about is that black pink in the middle, so I'm going to remove that and I'm going to go back to the other one, this black pink here, and I'm going to put that in the corner. Oops. So this is about your artistic nature then. This is how artistic you are about creating your thumbs. I know there's massive things about creating thumbs, and what that means is I can get that a bit bigger. Yeah, I'm not sure about the pink venom being there. I liked it over there actually. It just means my arm's cut off, but it doesn't really matter. No one's looking at me anyway. So that's that. So we've got pink venom. What's next? What's next then? That's the thumb. And then what I do with that is I save that. Make it the right size. Done. Save to my photos. Then I come back to my photos. Oops, and then my image will be there. So what I do with that is I just make it a bit brighter, just enhance the colours by putting it onto vivid, and that makes it basically melds all the things that I've put in together. Otherwise you can see that they've just been added in. That makes it a more a flatter thumb than things coming out at you. And then from there go into the actual video itself, which is there. Edit the video by thumb only. Custom thumbnail, click that one in, select, save, and then that'll save that onto that image there. And once that's, it always takes forever to do that, that's it saved there. If I refresh here, that'll now appear there, that image, and that's the thumbnail created as well from that, and that's the video ready to go out. So then what I would do when I finished, I would schedule whatever time I want to put it on. It always puts the next day, so it would be the 14th. I don't know what time they're going to come out yet because I've not finished doing the other ones. So what I need to do now is create the short for that again, for those of you who are still with me. So I want that video that I've just created, which will be here, Black Venom, there it is. Come down, back into my editing software, maximize that, create a new video movie, drop the Blackpink reaction in its full, everything that I've just done there into that, and then create the short.